been saying that we don't have enough sharing in English. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. We'll slowly expand on the subject and topics that we're going to cover during this thing. The whole point of this presentation is that so that you know what's good for what are benefits. It's firstly much less of a sales pitch than a health sharing. Okay, so important thing is that the starting point is very important, whether you're a user or whether you're our distributor or simply just bring friends here. Okay, so if nothing else, every Thursday what you want to do is that have a couple of people in your list stand by, give them a call and get them here. Okay, so we've got different kind of topics that's being covered, and typically sometimes between the first session at 5 o'clock, we may have a marketing and sales session. I think some of you attended that. There's also a very good one that's coming up for those people who's involved in the distribution. That's of course our NDO, right? That's 5th of May. Okay, 5th of May. So those of you who have not signed, I don't know whether it's already full. Probably already full, eh? It's already full, sorry. Okay, just forget I mentioned it. We'll see you on the day. Even I myself will be there. It's gonna be from 10 to 5. So 10 in the morning until 6. All right. More than 5 long. No, joking, just joking. Okay, of course we're gonna have a lunch break. All right. So it'll be 10 to 6, and there'll be a lot of sharing from, of course, some of the senior executives from Inchaway. Okay, they're coming across the causeway to share with you. So let's get started. Today, again, we're all about fatty acid. Okay, fat and fatty is a very sensitive, actually two very sensitive words that people are afraid of. The moment it's fat or it's fatty, it's bad. Okay, typically let's go, right? The gyms will try to sell you that same idea. You're fat. Take a lot of fatty food. You need to sign up for a 1-year course at my gym. Okay, I'm going to give you a personal trainer for that. Let's go. So what I'm going to do is that something that's beneficial, something that's nice. It's fatty, but it's good. Okay, just like a lot of people who have their favorite char kway teow store. Huh? They say it's very oily, but it is damn good. Especially the lard, right? 猪油, they must take a lot. Okay, but that night, next morning you get sore throat. People like me. So if I take lard, right, 猪油, and if I do not rinse before I sleep, let's say with Listerine, and really rinse my throat, next morning, without fail, 100% I'll get a sore throat. 很见效, 非常见效. All right, okay, so let's go on. So I'm going to share you the mystery of fatty acids. So after this session, it shouldn't be a mystery anymore. Okay, in fact, I guess all of you have heard this so many times, but let's do it. Let's share, because ultimately what we want you to do, especially our distributors, right? We want you to be up here presenting. Okay, so if you want our slides, we can share our slides with you, but then you can bring in your own group of people. As long as there's 10 people, we can organize a talk for you. Okay, I think that's one. And of course, if you've got smaller groups, why not? The facilities here, the company has set this up, this space for you. You can do the presentation yourself, right? You can sit around a table, or you have a group of 8 people, 10 people. Just do a quick talk yourself. It's nice, right? Now, this is something that's in the papers. This is not hearsay, because when I first saw some of the other slides, I think we have a lot of examples from up north in Malaysia. This is down here in Singapore. This was reported, not fake news. This is Straits Times. Okay, this was reported just 2 years ago, and what is alarming is that Singaporeans, we suffer heart failure about 10 years earlier than our American and European counterpart. 10 years. So on the average, they would probably have heart issues around the age of 70. Singaporians, once you hit 60, be careful. You may become these statistics. Okay, it's scary. Why? Maybe because of our char kway teow, of our laksa, and the rest of the items. Okay, but this is alarming. This is very surprising. You think that the Americans and the Europeans, big size Italians and the Germans, the amount of red meat that they consume, They would be the first to have blocked veins. No, not true. Singaporeans, we suffer first. So what should you do from a health benefit point of view? You should have regular checkup, okay? But if sometimes like me, because sometimes I travel, and excuses travel, so I miss my medical appointment, I miss my dental appointment, but traveling. So what I normally do is every 3-4 months, I would go to the blood bank. No, this is not the way to replace your medical checkup. But what I'm saying is that I go there so that if they keep accepting my blood, that means I'm still all right. I think no, this is not the right way to do it. So, but what I'm saying is, you should pay for a proper blood test, okay? Proper health medical, especially once we reach 50 and above. And once you reach 60, which is the dangerous age, according to that statistics, you should do it a bit more regularly. Okay, there are a lot of labs, and these are not related to any doctors or any of this healthcare companies and all that. There are labs in Singapore that's been around that what you can do is just pay, I think, about $100, $200, and they test everything of your blood samples. Okay, and you can almost get the results sometimes same day, or if you're a bit late, the next day. Okay, so what you want to do is that once you have that, we have also some of our executives here that have also helped seen a lot of blood tests, okay, reports. So we can sometimes also help you, and of course some of our distributors actually, especially up north, are physicians themselves. Okay, so they can advise you based on your report too. Okay, but I think what's good is that as we go along, sharing about our assets, and in this case, of course, it's the Inchaway oil later on that we talk about. Inchaway oil for today's, the subject is incidental. Okay, we're all talking about health. So we're going to share with you exactly what we know. Now, our body needs nutrients. Okay, you may be full. How was your lunch this afternoon? Full? Anybody has a really full lunch? Okay, all right. A lot of people, especially I think at one time was saying Taiwan, 口头禅, they call it, the moment is out from someone who values health. They say, 你只要吃7分饱. You just have to feel 70% full. You must stop. Because by the time you feel you're full, you've overeaten, because it takes a while for the things to go down, feel, and to send a signal to our brain. Okay, so actually by the time you're 70% full, you're already 100%. You should be 100% full. Okay, if you're feeling that you're 100% full, you're overeaten. All right, one thing is that now, if you had a really full lunch, more than 70%, 100%, your body, your stomach has consumed a lot, but has your system take in the necessary nutrition, the nutrients? Okay, so for every meal, so-called from primary school, we study our science classes and health classes and all that, right? Domestic science for the girls, they take those things, they do cooking. They'll tell you that you have to have all those nutrients, and what are the things you need to consume in your body. Things like including your protein, your fiber, vitamins, carbohydrates, minerals, etc. Okay, so something that's that's heard in more recent times, of course, is fiber. Such words only come in recently, in the recent years. Before that, no doctors and health scientists will tell you fiber. All right, because of the high incidence of colon cancer and stuff like that. Now I say take fiber. In health actually brings out a lot of things. And lipid, okay, the fat. So we're going to go through exactly what that. For those that join us, welcome. Okay, we'll see again. This session is all about sharing the benefits and the mystery of fatty acids. So when you hear the word fatty is no longer a taboo word here. Okay, Inchaway right here, each one of us, we take a lot of fats every day, but the right kind of fats, right kind of oil. That's the important thing. Okay, use of fats. Why do our body need fats? This is not optional. All right? Without your body going without fat is not an option. Like you'll say, failure is not an option. If you do not take in fat, that is definitely not an option. It will be very detrimental to your health. Okay, so what you're going to do, it provides and maintain energy. Okay, it helps build up in a tissue because important thing is actually you need a little thin layer of oil to support and to protect all your organs and all your cells. All right? Around every cell, there's a thin layer of oil that acts like your shock absorbers. Right? Some people want very good shock absorbers, spend a lot of money, some with air pneumatic shock absorbers. You want the right kind of oil, give you a lot of good shock absorbers and protection. And all the way into important thing right now, again, this came out in recent year, a lot of the milk powder, okay, the baby milk powder came out with the EPA, EHA, say, for brain development. This has been something that's not that it's not known, but just that it's not widely known. Now the scientists say that because, you know why? Because right now in as little as about 2 months, they say 2 to 5 months, they are able to detect whether that baby has the potential of having some development issues. Last time, a lot of people, parents don't know until they're 5-year-old, and then they go to school, they always become last in class, and when they go for specialist check, before the doctor said, I think your child may be autistic. Okay, right now for as little as 5 months, specialists can already start detecting that there is a potential that this child has autism. Okay, and this varying degree. So important thing right now is you need the right kind of oil, and that would actually help you develop brain in a young baby. And of course, all the way, we have got our cases among the colleagues here. They are live cases whereby the child grew all the way up to the teens, and right now it's really a young man, and it's improving every day. Okay, and this is only through the consumption this last 2 years of fatty acids. Okay. Let's go on. Now, but if anything we say is that enough, just enough is good. Moderation is always good. Drinking, you like to go drink at night, moderation. You need to throw out, that's over the limit. Same thing with fats, right? You want to just have enough, make sure you've got supplementary food every day. But if you go beyond and you have the wrong kind of fats in the body, then you get all these problems, okay? Not least is, of course, vascular obstruction. All your blood vessels are blocked. That's the worst. That's why we have that symptom. Okay, I think for our gentleman that just didn't come in earlier, right? This is something that is Singaporean. Singaporeans are known to suffer from heart failure 10 years earlier than our American and European counterparts. This is very dangerous, right? You think that the Americans and the Europeans take a lot of red meat and all that, and they should be the one to having all the blood vessels that's blocked. No, Singaporeans, why? I don't know. It could be our lifestyle, it could be our food, it could be our char kway teow, it could be our laksa and whatever. Right? Let's move on. So there are type of lipids, fats, right? Now, very soon you all become also expert. Today with Google, right? The internet is very easy to find out exactly what's true and what's fake. Okay. In any case, it's always good. Whether it's Chinese, later on we're going to have a presentation at 7:30. 中文的分享. You can just look out for fatty acids. You can look out for saturated. Difference between saturated and unsaturated. Very soon you'll become expert in all this, right? And well, what's the difference between poly and mono? Okay, one and many. So what's our benefits and all that? So we're going to go through into all this, and ultimately, right at the end, we're going to talk a lot today about omega-3. Okay? The Greek word, omega, is actually a last alphabet of the Greek characters. Okay? The alpha to omega is our A to Z. But omega-3 is very important. The Japanese, especially those people who has been consuming sashimi for so many years, right now, in recent years again, they've been looking for alternative sources, all right, of oil. And obviously, we have got a lot of friends right now that maybe it's for health reasons, they become vegan. You know, vegan, not vegetarian. There's Chinese people that, I'm a vegetarian. Okay, I take only soup, right? But they're also vegan. There are people, so we have got burger joints in Singapore that's simply for vegan and all of it. So right now, which means vegan, they cannot consume omega-3, have the benefit of omega-3 from fish, obviously. So the Japanese especially, they are worried, because in recent years, what have you got? You've got nuclear meltdowns. So for some time already, everybody is panicky as to how far out into the deep ocean are you going to go? Okay, the cost of fishing will go up. In fact, they're harvesting so much People are stopping them, for example, from harvesting the whale. They have a tag under research, so they can still harvest those whales, get their oil. They go into deep sea. Salmon is a very good, tuna is a very good source, but high contamination. Okay, you have got ExxonMobil up in North America, oil well leak. So now within the innards of your fish, whereby you're getting all your good essential omega-3, omega-6 and 9, you have heavy metal, not rock music, that heavy metal. It's got mercury and the other, okay, pollutants. And of course, down there are a lot of issues going on, and there's no environmentalists. They can shout all they want, but it's getting worse every day. Okay, so you need alternate sources. This is something that, if you want, I'll give you a refresher chemistry class, but let's know it. In any case, the whole point of this exercise series is just to show that, you know, how is the chemical makeup of oil. Now, the thing is that if you have got trans oil or what, you see there's a lot of loose radicals, there's a lot of uncoupled, okay, molecules there. So these are the ones that invite problem, okay? In fact, the other, during our next launch, you will see the rich and balance. We're going to have an answer to that, right? The rich and balance, all the free radicals, right? Now, saturated fatty acids. This is no good. Saturated fatty acids, remember. So next time we'll teach you how to look at the label at the back of any product. You go to a supermarket. Now, most of the government agencies, from the American FDA to Singapore health departments, now instruct that all manufacturers must have a label at the back that tells the consumer what's the content inside. Okay, so they're going to teach you how to learn it. You want to look at animal fats like butter and lard, very bad. Animal organs, 猪杂汤. In fact, I love the one downstairs here. So don't take stuff, but very bad. Okay, like the angmos, they call us all the spare parts. Anything that we don't eat, give to the Chinese, they'll take it, right? And food that's deeply fried. Okay, so smart. A lot of merchants right now come out with what they come out? Come with air fryer and all that. You don't have to add oil to fry the thing, but still no good. It's still no good. Omega-3, unsaturated. Now, this is what you want to look for. Unsaturated. And you know, they would include things like omega-3, which is a fatty acid, omega-6, omega-9, deep sea fish oil, obviously, but like say, there's right now also contaminated deep sea fish oil. That's something we have to be careful about. Flaxseed, inchi seed, and so on and so forth. Okay, today, one of the things that, of course, that you can get easily from our if you are a consumer or from our distributor here is oil extracted from the sacha inchi fruit. Okay, we call it the anchovy oil. I'll share with you later. Now, the facts on fat. You should learn to love unsaturated poly and mono fats. Okay, so it's poly or mono unsaturated fats. Look for those. Those is good because it lowers rates of cardiovascular and of course lowers your bad cholesterol. Okay, so one of the things that you can do sometimes, you know, from whether this is not medicine, this is not a super supplement. This is actually just food. Okay, that you should consume every day, nutrient. So what you can do is that if some of friends say, now here, take this, go and try. You can always go for a little blood test first, before, all right? And then again, after 3 months, have another test and see whether the readings are different. Okay, that's the best proof. Now, limit. This one you should really limit. Although, you know, you can have your 猪杂汤, you know, once in a while, but not too often, not every day. I used to have a studio in Juchet Road. At the corner, there was a really lovely nasi biryani. During the height of when we were so busy, there was 1 week, I think we had 4 days having nasi biryani. And luckily, it's like shortly after that, we went for a blood test because we took some flu shots before going overseas. And the doctor said, hey, Melvin, your reading has gone right through the roof. You better stop. Whatever you've been doing, you've been consuming, you better stop, okay? Because you're going to be high blood pressure, you're going to have high cholesterol soon. Butter. I, for one, love that butter that they serve on the plane. The one especially that's salted. Okay, I always ask the stewardess, can I have more bread and more butter? Okay, but again, don't do this every day. All right, in moderation. It's nice to have some time. Same with McDonald's. Burger King, the rest of them, Jollibee. Okay, the other one is, this is if you can. I know some of us have sweet tooth. We need to take something sweet every day, especially after dinner we want dessert. Try to lose some of this. Okay, so depends. Those things like laksa, coconut oil. You want to have your bobo cha-cha. Okay, Tianping, this one very good. Set level 2 here, we also take it a lot. Look at those very lovely, okay, confectionery. Especially, let's say you go to next door hotel, Furama Hotel, got buffet. Don't fill up your plates with all this. Okay, try to lose it. Okay, we say, in any case, it's not easy. Easier said than done. So everything limited. Okay, more. But this one, take more. Okay, there's one thing is very simple. Some people, doctors tell you take more fluid. Because why? A human body consists of about 70% water, fluid. So you wake up in the morning, take a glass of water. After that, you think you must take some glass of water every day, at least 2 liters of water, right? There's something, but water cannot get rid of bad oil. Only oil can clear oil. Okay, that's one thing you must remember. So choose your oil wisely. Okay, first you must know the facts about oil, the effects of consuming different kind of oil, and what kind of oil are there out on the market. Okay, you go walk into any of the supermarket, whether it's Cold Storage or Giant, look at the variety. I mean, just because your friends say that olive oil is good, so I try olive oil. Right now you go to those higher end, upmarket supermarket, they only sell certain brands, what Finesse and whatnot. Yeah, okay, you want the Italian, virgin, cold press olive oil, etc. But do you know the benefits? It's not bad. Afterwards, in fact, during the evening session, we sometimes also do some demonstrations. You can see for yourself. So you have got canola oil, you've got sunflower seeds, you've got corn oil, you've got coconut oil, you've got olive oil and all that. Okay, it's very easy to find the facts exactly which one is good and not. Now, between blood vessel and fatty acids, as we go along, it's important. Human cells, okay, this is what a human cell is made up of, right? First you have the cell. In the cell you have got a tissue, right? Of course, all this basically form the different organs, right? Now the young, our young, from babies and all that, they are lucky in the sense that from quite a few years back already, each time you give birth to a young baby, the hospital or your gynae will tell you, do you want to store the cord blood? Okay, what's the difference between a baby's cord blood in the placenta and the blood flowing in your body now? Okay, the cord blood in a baby's placenta can grow and develop and form into any organ. It is a multi-purpose building material for human beings, right? Once we've grown up, we lose that ability. That means once we cut, the baby has developed all the basic tissues, fundamental tissues in the body. You lose the cord blood, you can no longer, they call it stem cells, in a word for it, you can no longer rebuild your kidney, right? Your bladder, your colon, your heart valve that needs repair. So now young children usually, it's not for a lot of money, you can store for years, right? So they'll take basically from that baby's own placenta blood, store it in a cord bank, right? So if, okay, touch wood, if 20, 30 years later, that person, that baby to a young person develop leukemia, blood cancer, he'll have safe. Go back to that cord blood, right? Should be able to save that person, right? Flush away all the cancer cell and redevelop the system again. So same thing. So, and all the organisms. Now, human body is made of about 37.2 trillion, okay? It's got 1,000 billion. 1 billion is 1,000 million. So it's 1,000 million, all right, of cells in the body. So important thing is that around the cells, we need a layer of protection, okay? So your body, your cells is actually requiring all these nutrients as we consume our food every day, okay? Obviously is that you cannot simply just sit there, lie down there, immobile, and expect your body to be able to do everything, okay? We need to be outdoors, we need to be exposed to the sun for vitamin D. With vitamin D, then your body can take in calcium, etc., etc. You need omega-3 for your self-protection, for development, and so on and so forth. So you need to be out and about still. This is a picture of all your blood cells. Okay, so you see why does people sometimes say that 你脸红啊? Because on our face we have a lot of blood capillaries on our face. So once you get excited, your face flushes. Same thing, right? You get reaction now. When you drink, okay, and you get what is known as the Asian flush, your face go red and all that. Our grandmother's days, they used to say, 哇，很好，血液循环, okay? Blood circulation within you is very healthy. That's why you're flushing. No. When you're flushing means you are allergic to alcohol. Your body, okay, those people that flushes, those people that can drink and their face remain the same color, okay, they probably can last longer than the rest of us. People like me, I can probably drink 6-7 bottles and still not feel the effect. But the moment I touch even a mouthful of alcohol, very soon my face will be red. Why? Because our body, people like us, lack an enzyme to break down alcohol. We're in trouble. Actually, we are poisoning ourselves. It's our body telling you at the time that you are being poisoned. It's reacting. Okay, but of course, based on what you're drinking and all, your body and your liver and they actually can slowly over time. It takes longer then to break down the alcohol. That's why maybe the next day you get a very bad hangover. Okay, the hangover is also telling you you've been poisoned. Okay, you're recovering from being poisoned. Okay, so on. Now, what's troubling is, look at this. I don't know. I look at the miniature. I know some of you personally. So age. So we are all like, some of us even off the charts already. Here only showing up to 50. Okay, which means by now, our blood vessels most likely, after so many years of consuming all the good Asian, Southeast Asian Peranakan food here in Singapore, it's more than 75% blocked. Okay, so that's why do we see a lot of our friends going for angioplasty, going for bypass? I've got one friend, he's retired, okay? Now every day he just buys the most expensive camera, go around taking pictures, okay? He leaves the company, running company to the sun. Recently he went in for 4 bypasses. Well, and actually it's good to do it while you are healthy and not you're gonna get a heart attack and then send in the hospital and do it, right? He's totally healthy, went for scan, went for check, found that his blood vessel is probably about 80% blocked. That's why he's feeling breathless, all right? There's only 20% of blood flowing in, all the oxygen pumping through his system. So the doctor advised, while you're still healthy, you're still walking, right? And you can walk in and come and see me, let's do a bypass. Pop, took out the veins from the leg and transplant 4. Now his state is very fit. Okay, if you have the means, if you have the chance, in fact, go for a check, and if indeed your blood vessel is shown during, of course, scan and CAT scan, CT scan, and all that, right, shows that it's blocked. If you have the means, that's one way. Some of you probably bought special insurance that will pay for things like that. Okay, to a certain extent, go for bypass. The rest of us simply just go for a day surgery, insert a stent. Okay, alright, so you're gonna insert a stent into yourself, like our former founding Prime Minister, Mr. Lee Kuan Yew. He's one of the earliest in Singapore to have a stent inserted. So you got a stent inside his heart, and it may collapse. I've got another friend. Okay, his words is that, you know what happened? We think that all the blockage is here, right, inside. He has got a problem whereby in between the walls it's split. So he can die anytime. He's a walking time bomb. Okay, so they will again stent it and try to make sure that this blood is healed. It means his blood vessel wall is splitting up. So the moment it actually ruptures and the blood goes out, that's it. That's the moment that he'll just collapse and he'll go. Okay, but now he's just taking it very easy. Again, pressure in Singapore. This may be one reason. Your work pressure, the way you manage your daily life, the way you deal with interpersonal relationship, take it easy, okay? Then you have got all the problem. Plus, take your oil every day, right? Okay, this is a graph of healthy flow. Now, so LDL, HDL, this is the type of cholesterol I talk about. What happens when you take too much trans fat and saturated fat? So this, like let's say earlier on, these are the no-no. Saturated or trans fat, you say no, stay away, okay? Especially you can find out, like say Google, you have the ability and just take out a handphone and Google, you know, whether later on you want to know the Chinese terms, we do the Chinese presentation, okay? Now again, you see, this is the thing. Diabetes, hypertension, obesity, smoking, alcoholics, especially people in this range, we call it your lifestyle. These are your lifestyle choices. You can decide to stop it if you want to. Okay, we've got a friend in the. I'm from the music industry. One of my work is music production. So we've got a musician. He's been smoking for like 40 years, and he stopped in one day. He just decided. He tried. A lot of people say you must replace with nicotine patch, replace with chewing gum, with sweets, with this and that. He just stopped because the week before that, one of his friends, halfway through a performance on stage, collapsed and just died. Right? A lot of those people in the hospitality and the night, okay, performance industry are in this danger zone because this is their lifestyle. After each set, they come down, their friends will buy them, you know, ply them with a lot of liquor and alcohol. Then they'll go outside, we call bai ti gong. That means basically everyone just smoking outside, outside the door. So just be very careful. Now, so different, what you want to do is slowly, like I say, limit, right? Slowly phased out. It's definitely impossible. I would definitely even use the word impossible. Not possible at all to not take it in the foods. How am I going to control? You can't be protected all day. You can't be walking around with a nutritionist next to you. Tell you, hey, Melvinn, cannot, this one, trans. Okay. Then you go to the next stop. I tell you, you're going to do that, the whole store of this food center downstairs, you're going to bypass everything and not be able to buy anything. 做人没意思, exactly. Okay? Right, so there must be a way, right, to mitigate that. Okay, so know, and just simply know exactly what. You just have to limit. You cannot totally stop. Limit them. Things like vegetable oils, semi-liquid margarine. Okay, this test was scary at one time. Soft margarine. The softer the stuff, those that's not oily, those that becomes hard. Okay, now those means those have got a lot of additive. The way that oil is liquid form. Then how butter should be almost liquid, but how can you have cheese and then you can have cheese spread, right? People love it. I mean, kids love it. Mother said very simple. I pack the morning breakfast lunch box for my kid, send him off to day school. All right, everything is nicely with a slice of ham and cheese spread. Right now, can you find cheese spread on the shelf? No more. You know why? Because of the saturated fats. They have to add all this stuff to make it spread. Okay, so it's processed food versus the natural form. So the more you see that, a lot of stick margarine, right? You can stick cheese stick. Again, you find less of that. Last time, Kraft cheese, Kraft, the brand, this brand, has got a lot of this very nice thing on it. One packet inside. One side you have cheese, the other side you have 4 pieces of cracker. All right, with a spatula, so you get a plastic spatula, crepe here, spread on that thing and eat. Again, no more. The health departments of all the worlds are stopping it because they have to add a lot of other additives to a natural product, fresh from your cow's milk, to produce all this nice looking fun food, so to speak. Okay, no more. Stop. Throw. So LDL, which is basically in short for your bad cholesterol. Okay, this is general, just general lecture. But LDL and HDL in itself, they are not cholesterol. In fact, this is the LDL and HDL here. Think of it, it's just an envelope that contains the cholesterol. It is a wrapper, right? It's a container. So, but in any case, for doctors, just for common knowledge, we say that LDL is bad cholesterol, HDL, high density. Basically, high density is good, low density is no good. All right, same thing. You go for your muscle training and gym and all. You want high density training. Okay, your muscle is really all muscle. That's good. If it's loose, a lot of fats, and it's not been burned off, it's no good. In that case, what you want to do is make sure you're able to have something, your daily consumption, whether it's nutrients or whether it's food or whether it's drinks, or all your additives that you add on, your supplements that you take, help you reduce the bad cholesterol, the LDL level, and of course then increase it. So eating trans fat increases the risk of developing heart diseases and stroke. So it's also involved and associated with type 2 diabetes. A lot of people at a certain age, once you start having 三高, okay, the 3 highs, right? You have a high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and you get high sugar level in your blood. That means diabetes. And diabetes, what's the most dangerous is if it's type 2. Most of those people who actually develop diabetes later in life, whereby it's not genetic, it's not hereditary, passed down, through a family, that's usually type 2 diabetes, and that's the most worrying. From then on, you got to carry with you insulin, a needle every day. Have to poke yourself for that injection so many times a day. And suddenly you feel that you're weak, you're going to faint because the person was in a conference thing like that. So we'll try to limit it, like you cannot make you sit for too many hours inside here, because some of you will faint if suddenly your blood sugar drops, okay? Because you forgot to inject yourself with the insulin. Those people having diabetes. So what you want to do is that it also damages your inner lining of blood vessels, and last but not least, cancer, okay? Singaporean, or most part of the world right now, this is the same statistic. In Singapore, how many people develop cancer? What's the incidence? Let's say in this room, how many have got? About 20 people, okay, just under 20. 5 of us will have cancer. That's the stats, 1 in 4. Okay, again, that's saying 20 people. How many of us, probably right now, look at the figure, before we reach 61, will have heart problems, heart failure, maybe even, which can be fatal. 1 in 3. Okay, the incidence is very high. So about, if there's 20 people here, 7 of us, we're gonna have some form of a heart problem. This is fact. This is supported by evidence, everything. Okay. Now, so learn. Okay, you can only say limit. Learn to read the labels. Okay, whatever your friend tells you is okay, because sometimes you, especially penren, a lot of ladies like to go for cooking classes, different food and dishes, learning. Then your teacher, the teacher in the class tells you, oh, you must buy this particular brand, gives it a particular flavor. Okay, no problem. Listen to the teacher, but take a look at the ingredient. You want to make sure that those things that is no good to be very low. Okay. Now, however, you want to make sure that they are consistent. Sometimes manufacturers being manufacturers, this is part of marketing, right? They may hide certain fact, although it says almost near like 0 here, but it will say it's a partially hydrogenated vegetable oil, which is actually inconsistent. There is still some bad stuff in there. Okay, so well, like say you can't totally reduce it, just try not to find those that has got things like that. Anything that's hydrogenated, okay, it's actually no good. Except for some people selling water, those with hot hydrogenized waters, right? But those that's partially hydrogenated vegetable oils, this is very bad. You'll stay in your body for a long, long time. And the only way, lucky right now, I mean, this group of people here, through the help of your friends, you're here, we can actually help reduce all this and even slowly get rid of all that you've been collecting all these years, consuming in your body, okay? And the only way to do that is through oil. And we're looking at different type of sources of oil, good oil. So some of the important things right now is, of course, omega-3. We want to have good sources of omega-3, omega-6, and also important of certain level ratio, omega-9. So what have we been doing? All along from the young days, those, again, our grandma days, that yuyo, that bottle with the man carrying the big fish behind, okay, on the back. That's a very good source. Right now, you have got those people that sell concentrated capsules. I think some of them cost more than $100, $200. Those good ones, with so many days consumption of oil capsule. Now, again, all those comes from, most of them, fishes, because that's the best source. But like, why are the Japanese now, this discovery, so-called, of fruit-based oil sources are started off by some Japanese, okay, scientists. Why are they? They have the best of the fish oil world for so many years, but like say, it's getting contaminated. Even they themselves are worried. Okay, so I guess really we should also be cutting down a bit, as much as you like sashimi. Okay, because you really do not know exactly what contaminants are in that fish, and it's not cooked. Okay, it's not cooked. What if there's still something lurking inside, you know? It's not a scare story, right? It is probable. Okay, it's probable. So all these people, so finally they found fruits, okay, fruit base that also has that oil. Now this is something that you want to be looking at. So they have been looking at it very seriously and say, apparently for this, they've been looking at the diets of all those natives deep in the Amazon forest, okay, down in Peru, in South America. And these guys have been consuming, you know, certain fruits all these years. And they've been so healthy, okay, running around barefoot, never suffer from flus and colds, no matter what temperature it is, no matter how hard it rains, they have been healthy, okay? So, brought back all their staple diets, because we've got scientists going into all this, but that they make it their lifelong challenge. Huh? Go and live with all these natives and Indians, study what they do, study the animals around them, whether it's a gorilla and what, and see what they eat, and found there's this fruit called sacha inchi, okay, that apparently if you press it, you get the oil out of it. It's so rich in omega-3 and 6, it surprises many scientists. So from then it spread, okay? So it's been studied in the peer review. In the scientific world, it's more than you won't write a paper, scientific paper, it must be reviewed by your peers around the world. Okay, you cannot say, I wrote this paper, that means it's true. No, other scientists must prove that your finding is supported. Okay, it's true, it's a fact, it's not fake. Okay, so it's peer review, and finally, there's this sacha inchi. So it's almost like a peanut. Okay, it looks really like a peanut, just like that. This is the fruit itself. Inside, you pull it out, and there's a seed inside there. Okay, so this is the growing fruit. And once it's dried up, and you open it up, pop it up, that's this, the seed. So that's the sacha inchi, right? And this is tropical South American by the Amazon River. So before those days, so main ingredients of inchi seed oils, they are very good. Has got all the bioactive substances, including oil, protein, amino acids, vitamins, sterols, etc., etc. All these things that is good for your human body, all right? And the thing that can actually help you get rid of all the bad oil that you've been taking over the years. So 3 kinds, omega-3, this W is omega sign, omega-3, omega-6, omega-9, and it adds up to 92%. So it's very efficient, it's very low cost, it's massed, all right? It's available, lots of it in the fall. So what do people like us, finally after we realize that we now have our own plantation, right, up in Laos, so that we can control, okay, the quality. So between the time that it's harvested to the time that it's pressed into oil, we have to co-press it. It means you just squeeze it, mechanically squeeze out the oil. Why is that the best? There's different ways to extract oil, okay? The one other way is, of course, you have to add substance, add chemical to bring out the oil. That's one way. The best, but means you're now adding chemical to that thing. The other way, the best way to do it is to do it cold press. Simply just squeeze the oil out from the seed, okay? Which is the most efficient, which is clean, and we do it within 4 hours from harvesting. That's important. Imagine that fish that was caught in the deep sea, stored on that fishing trawler, before it sails back to harbor, before it goes out to the fish market, before from the fish market is bought in stock and shipped to the factory. How long will that take? Again, will there be contamination? Who knows, right? But in this case, what you have is that from the time of harvest till the time that it's being processed and transferred into oil, 4 hours, okay? That's what we want to do. Now, look at this. the thing is that there'll be one chart I'm going to show you. To derive, okay, to get the best out of fatty acids, you need a proper ratio. It's just like a formula. Okay, you simply cannot say, I want to take only omega-3. If you consume only omega-3, your body is not getting any good out of it, not all the good. You need it to be balanced by omega-6, right? Then for the rest of your bodily function, you need your omega-9 and of course other things. So scientists, there's scientific proof, again, you can Google it, you can read it, where is it? The best is to have omega-3 and 6 in a almost near balanced 1-to-1 ratio, as close as possible. So knowing that, so scientists simply go out there to check what kind of foods, what kind of sources give you this kind of ratio from one source itself. Okay, so you must find something that actually has that. So let's see if we've got a table. Yes. Now, look. This is omega-3, this is omega-6. So along this table, let's say, which of these sources has got the highest level of omega-3? Flaxseed, right? Again, it's health food store tell you. So you go, wow, flaxseed is good, buy flaxseed oil. Okay, everything consumed, salad, take flaxseed oil, you probably can cook with flaxseed oil for your fried chicken. Huh? Now, then what's the highest in terms of omega-6? Corn oil. Okay, so now let's jump back. Flaxseed oil, very high in omega-3. What's the percentage in omega-6? Pretty low. All right? Corn oil, very high in omega-6. What is omega-6? Almost nothing, near to nothing. All right, so the one that's really balanced, the other ones that omega-6, look at it. Safflower oil, sesame, even sunflower oil has got high omega-6, but my God, nothing, no omega-3. You need the two to be balanced. We go back to the top. Look at Sacha Inchi. By hook or by crook, it happened to be 44.9 and 37.9, very close, okay, almost near to 50-50, right? Oh, this guy is a regular, I would say. Very good, I would say, good supporter. Let's come here. And unsaturated fat, very, very high, okay? So these are the things that you want to look at. Polyunsaturated fat. So these are the figures. So when scientists look at it, they're so happy. The Japanese were so happy. We finally found a replacement that is better than our fish oil, okay? And we can get it from the forest, we can plant it on our own, we just bring the seed back, you know, develop some land, and there we have it. We just have to get it fresh to the people out there, and they will get the benefit. Okay, so this is also one of the objectives and mission of Inchaway here. All right. Okay, so generally recognize that these are all the safety, yeah, because no matter what you claim, you make sure that you actually fit the bill for all the health organizations in the world. They must test it. You must make sure that it's not, right now a lot of things, for example, chicken. Today's those chicken we eat. So you say, well, how come like today all the kids, wow, the parents were about 1.5 meter, oh, now the kids is about 1.8. Okay. During our grandpa's day, how long does it take for from an egg, a chick, to grow to a full-grown chicken? 6 months. Yeah, 6 months. Okay, 半年, 6 months. How long does it take now? 21, 22 days. What have they been eating? Or what have been human been eating? We give them a lot of growth hormones, this and that, antibiotic to make sure you don't actually fall sick and all that. So we are consuming all those things that the chicken has eaten. So we are developing all this. Now, a young girl, okay, a young girl reaches puberty way, way, way too early. Before some of them, before they take the PSLE primary 6, they are already menstruating. Something is very wrong. Okay, but it's from the food. We can't help it. That's why you have to be careful. All right. So omega-3 health function. These are the things that you want to know. I mean, what we're having here is food benefit, but it's not a medicine. It's not a miracle drug, right? It's not xian tan, right? You know that this is a food that you must consume every day, a balanced diet. So it guards against hypertension, high blood pressure. Strengthen our immune system, very important, so they don't get your coughs and colds so easily, so often. Deter diabetes, okay, against your blood sugar, it controls it. Prevents cancer, because it protects your cells, your organ. What happens now? What are cancer cells? Cancer cells are our normal healthy cells that's gone rogue. We say it turned to the dark side, the Star Wars, right? With the light side, dark side. It's just your healthy cell that's gone over to the dark side. So your body in most cases cannot detect, because it's their own. They see them at first as their own. You have a security guard standing at the gate. As soon as your person with the pass comes in, say, is this from the same company? I'll let him in. Most cancer cells has that pass because it belongs to you in the first place. It is from your own company, your own factory. So the security guard sometimes cannot detect that this fellow has already turned rogue. Okay, he's gone to the other side. So weight management, cholesterol, and heart diseases. We want to really manage this, because especially those of us that's coming up to that magic 61-year-old. Okay, the Americans in Europe, they will start to worry when by their probably mid-60s, 67, 68, you're coming up to the 71 years old. Okay, we have to start worrying when we're coming up to our 61-year-old. It's happening. 1 in 3 in Singapore. Reduces symptoms of menopause, especially ladies. A lot of your hormones and all that. Also affects men. Okay, it's the way it's spelled. It has a meaning. I mean, you think what, men doesn't suffer from it? You think men no pause? Men also pause. Okay, guaranteed, right? We have that same issue. Probably the onset is later, but it's women, you take care of yourself because it comes on. Okay, it's more visible. It also affects improve memory and mood attention. Yeah, a lot of people have tried after taking oil and all that, right? They actually feels better. If you are one of those that, you know, on a Monday morning, getting out of bed is different. Going to into your office, you feel grouchy. This oil will help you soothe your temperament. Okay, it does, right? And if you have got a soothing temperament, blood pressure also goes down. In fact, then hopefully we can actually catch up, right? Or reduce, delay it like the Americans and the Europeans. They take it easy. I'm sure if the American and the Europeans are probably 10 years behind us, the Australians must be further down because they are damn relaxed. Right? Down under. That time 5 o'clock only they start going home, you know, make sure it's on the clock, punch out, let's go out, you know, have a drink. But not too bad, not sure. Rheumatoid arthritis, once we age, and this only not affect old people, our bones, our joints. You start to feel, you start to hear the creaks, okay? Omega-3 and 6 helps reduce inflammation. Actually, one of the studies, all your joints, all your experts out there, is that why we are having all this problem, okay? So the Chinese vision, right? 通则不痛, 痛则不通, right? And all that. It's because of inflammation. So you must help your body reduce inflammation. Okay, another health tip, this is again from a different school, but it's good. Once in a while, really allow yourself to go down to the beach, go down to botanical gardens and all that. Walk around barefoot. We stay in high-rise building. Our body is all charged up. Okay, charge up positively, which is no good, right? You need to discharge yourself. Okay, so take a general, bring your dog or bring your children, walk barefoot. Now, those early days, poor thing, our zoo, you know, Inuka was put down yesterday morning. Our polar bear, it's finally, because typically a polar bear in a zoo, right, in captivity, also lives until less than 20 years old. So Inuka is already not bad, it's 25. Inuka was already 25. Only her mother, okay, his mother lived to about 28 then. But Inuka in this last few years, again, I think he has got all sorts of problems. He's got rheumatoid arthritis, his veins are all blocked and all that, right? So they finally have to say goodbye, because they can't afford to see, can't bear to see it suffer every day. It's not moving, it can't move, it can't even, play with all the caretakers anymore. So finally yesterday, right, it was put down. So imagine if, of course, Inuka's diet includes salmon and all that, so fish, but probably not enough. Again, you never know. And again, you just simply have it to have the right kind of, but 25 years old is not bad for a polar bear in captivity. This is also important. Prevent and improve constipation, diarrhea, irritable bowel syndrome, okay? This is oil, because why? You need to expel. You need to slowly expel oil. People sensitive, generally we say the word fatty sensitive. No problem, those are fatty. Some of us is actually putting accumulated fats. Oil will help you, because slowly it actually helps dissolve what? So some people, as a secondary effect, we do not sell and promote this and say, oh, just take this oil, help you reduce weight. No. But the good thing is that the secondary benefit is that you will actually lose weight. Okay? Because as your fats dissolve and get expelled out of the body naturally. Plus, like I say, body physical activity. Okay? So again, number of users, how do you consume? Since you've got all this good oil, last time we've got a capsule, right now it's sachainchi or whatever, okay, that we derive from sachainchi. So you have the Inca-way oil, you have got different packages here. Now, you just have to make sure that depending on the number of users, what's the amount of consumption? We say the adults. Any children starting from about 2 years on, you can already take, okay, the oil. For us, adult, we always start off with that little packet is 3 milliliter, in a packet. So it's only during the onset, your first week, take 1 packet a day. Okay, get your body used to it. 1 packet a day, okay? It can be after or before meal, but usually we'll encourage you to take it after meal because your body is adapting to it. It's part of your food, like say, oil like this, okay? It is a food. Okay, some people like to call it superfood. Okay, it's not a miracle food. It's a superfood. Okay, it's not a medicine. It's not a supplement that you have to take every day. No, your body needs it. It's food. Okay, think of it. Oil, like Inca-way oil, that comes from your sachainchi fruit. It's food that you should take every day to promote a healthy body. Okay, so first week, 1 packet. After that, subsequently from that, 2 packets, okay, every day from your second week onwards. And you see the effect very soon. Like I say, before, go for a blood test. Okay, we know one clinic somewhere in Kallang. Okay, this is a laboratory. This laboratory basically does tests for all those GPs around Singapore. That means you go to your general practitioner, your own clinic, okay, your household clinic, you take a blood test, the doctor will call this clinic, they pick up the blood, they'll send him the report the next day. But not knowing, a lot of people, you can also go direct to the laboratory. In the morning, you just queue up, fill in form, they will have a thing, draw your blood, they'll test you, do a report. Okay? You choose a certain day, you can also cut which day will there be a doctor in attendance. They also have a doctor. So the doctor can at least explain the report to you. Right? So one way to prove to yourself, how do we prove that, come on, this is this group of people, my friends, simply just trying to make money from it, marketing and selling me this, that I have to take this. Is it good? The only way around that is to prove it to yourself. Okay? I take a blood test, I know exactly what my readings are now. Then I go back again after I've been consuming it for about 3 months. I go for another blood test and I take a look at reading. If at all it's true. Right? Or has my friend been giving me BS all this while? No. I think every one of them, as we go along, we'll share. We've got different people coming in, willingly sharing with those people. I think some of you here will have that urge. Because once you get the health benefit yourself, you would want to share it with your friends. You want to share it with the rest of the world. Okay? That's exactly how you grow. Right? You feel happy that way. You feel less pressured that way. You actually have got an onset much later. Right, from that 61. Right now that 61 is the non-magical number. So again, just now, as young as below 2, no, below 2 because they still have to take their necessary, the best of course is breast milk, right? Milk powder, formula milk, etc. But once they are from 2, they can start to have this additional food. Like say, so baby always take, right? From milk powder to soft foods, to baby food, to porridge, then Amma start to cook rice, give a bit of meat, give a bit of chicken, fish and all that. Then from 2, add oil. Okay, make sure they start getting oil because it helps with their mental development very quickly. And those of us, the rest of us here, 3 and above, some of them, they actually find it so useful, so helpful, they even take up to about, but that's about the max recommend 15, which is 5 of our packets a day. Okay, you take it throughout the day. Okay, that should be roughly to be your maximum. No side effect. Anyone of you attended the detox camp? Recently, I think there was one detox camp. Oh, you went good. So you took what? Half a bottle then? 50 ml. You know this? 125啊，125一次过 OK， 然后我们有一瓶是250的吧，啊，250。So just for one day they detox, they take half the bottle. So there's nothing wrong. I mean, because these are food. Again, you just take on because it actually flush the system, right? But of course, you need to be in camp. Why? You have proper nutritionists to guide you along. All right? They always say that you do this trick. You think all those very special tricks. Don't try these on your own at home. You shouldn't. Okay? You have to be guided by professionals, by specialists around you before you try things like that. So detoxing is very good. Okay? The funny thing is that recently I came across there's one night joint, a karaoke somewhere. What's the name it called? Retox. I think better stay away from that. People trying to detox, then this karaoke called Retox. Seriously, you know, at the old former Safra. And very smart, very clever, you know, I mean, that person, the owner of the place, but just stay away too often. After you spend so much time, effort, detoxing, then go there to retox. Okay, animal, 2 ways how you can actually take in oil. Directly, intake directly, just peel. Okay, it's either a bottle, right? You have that pill, you can peel off, or you can pump it. Now, this one, some people, so we have got a package whereby 5 of these bottles, right? Each pump, each squeeze put in, that's 1. So you can just pump into your mouth or add to your food. Okay, so like say, intake directly, just drink it, right? Oil. Don't waste, Even guys should do it. I do it now, it becomes a practice already. Because that thing is peel off, right? You drink away, right? There's still a lot inside, so take out, why? It's very good. Seriously, all the 没有皱纹. Okay? It's good for you because especially if you got a cut and all that, omega-3 actually helps you relieve inflammation. It heals, it clots, the wounds close up very fast. Okay, it's amazing. So don't waste it. So don't just pour and throw into the waste basket. People say, please, give it to me. Right? Just pour and just keep wiping it around. All right? Dressing. This is something we always, after our talks, we have got some food that you always prepare, bihu and all that. You always mix with the oil. Very tasty and very healthy. Okay? Salad, mixed with drinks, with yogurt, with whatever food you're taking. Just that you simply do not want to waste it and add hot boiling water. No. That's the only no-no. Only no-no. Don't go and stir with your hot coffee in the morning. Put a few drops of sachet in oil. Okay, you waste it. You're wasting it, right? But on your salad, even squeeze on top of your bread before you eat, it's okay. Okay, because you're going to add your cabbage anyway. You're going to add your cucumbers anyway. So just spread a bit of sachet oil on top. That's the Ichawe oil, and then take it. All right. So all the quality assurances, like we got everything. You see, some people I know come to this office, go around, see only got frame up certificates, start taking pictures everywhere. Okay, but it's just proof, right? We can't give you can't print a copy catalog and say bring along all this certification, but they are there. They are there. Why? For only one reason: for your own safety. Okay, this is a proof that this is something that's been tested, that came straight from tree to factory, cold press within 4 hours to you, all fresh, with no zero additive. Okay, nothing else but pure oil, okay, which we call the inchaway oil that comes from the Sacha inchi fruit. Okay, important thing. All this are the guarantee that you don't have that chicken problem. So if you every day take a lot of Kentucky Fried Chicken or so, okay, don't try not to feed your young kids too much Kentucky Fried Chicken. Okay, halal, our Malay friends. So this is again something that's very important to our friends. Show them, introduce it to our Malay friends. Okay, they love it. Okay, so what we're going to do is that on and above all the testing and all that, we also took up an insurance. Okay, again to pray. If someone, okay, who just because they consume this food, okay, all natural food, come up, develop something and all that, there is a insurance that covers you, that protects you. Okay, if it's proven by any doctor or any scientist say that, you know, your problem is because of this particular food that you've been taking. All right. And there's been a lot of sharing. I think a lot of you, okay, just keep coming every Thursday and all that. We got people, we do not induce them to please, please, please come and tell, come and share. They themselves want to share. They feel so happy that it has actually solved their problem, that it have made them healthier, it will help their family, it help their friends, that they want to share with you. Same with you. If after 2-3 months, after 1 to 3 months, you've taken something, you find that it's growth, you've got a particular case, you've got a particular health issue, and it actually improved, then you should share with us. Okay? Make it a point to tell us that it has helped you in this way. It's happening all the day. It will work differently for different people. Like say, it is not a medicine. It is just a food. Okay? But it becomes superfood, so much so that it actually helps you in one way or the other. Some people have been sleepless. Some people has got skin irritation problem. Some people have got the hormonal issue, you know, because of the onset of menopause. Some people have this and that, and they say that surprising. I think it's a secondary effect that after this, other than feeling generally very fresh, very awake, I felt that my weight is also reducing. It's not because I'm eating less, okay, just that the entire, okay, your body, fats and body is being dissolved. And you feel that a lot healthier, you feel that you're not so short of breath, etc., etc., etc. Come and share, okay? Same thing, for the red dude who is so shy he doesn't share, come here and listen to people who are happy who share. We've got a lot of cases like that, their faces and all that. We've got some friends that has got diabetes, which accounts for a lot of people in Singapore. People with diabetes definitely have got some skin problem issue, same, right? Because it's just a blood flow, it's just blood sugar in the body, and it improves within days, weeks, and then after 3 months, the before and after is just startling. We are so happy for, you know, friends like that who encountered, who actually got this health benefits, right? So again, if you happen to have friends that actually benefited from things, share with us, okay? And that would bring us to the end of this session. Thank you very much. Let's have some Q&A. Again, I'm not a medical doctor, okay? So you don't ask me specific medical problems. Last time I had after one talk, you know, we've got this and that. But we may have enough people around here, okay, that's willing to share with you their own personal experience. Okay, so any questions? Don't feel shy. Any question 啊？有没有今天有没有问题？有吗？没有啊，他听了很多次了。Amazing. Any other? Last time we had, well, right after the thing, we definitely got a lot of people with some issues. Now, okay, again, okay, this is simply not a word of caution, but this is, I think, a right practice. We do not, okay, we do not claim special abilities and all that. Like say, this is a superfood. Each one of you, after consuming it, will feel healthier, right? And will actually have got different reaction to the food. Typically all good, right? So what you're going to do is that you're not going to bring a friend who is sick of this, who is suffering from cancer, who is this and say, come, this can solve your problem. We do not make such claims, okay? But it works for a lot of people. right? Those, like I say, are secondary. Because why? It's natural, it's proven, it's scientific, it's factual. Your body needs all these things. Why do you develop symptoms? Why do you develop health problems? It's because your body is short of certain nutrients that keeps it functioning. So now, by replenishing and making sure that your body, your daily intake is balanced, has got all the right oils to expel all the old oils that you've been consuming, okay? You need to exercise, you still need to take your water every day, so on and so forth. See, well, especially just wiping extend all on a hand already. Okay. All right, take care, yes. It's amazing, okay? So as long as it's that, okay, it's based on that basis, we're all gonna be healthy, we're all gonna be happy, and we'll be able to help our friends stay happy. Okay? Thank you very much.